Success is not something you chase, it's something you attract. And that attraction starts with one simple truth: who you become is far more important than what you achieve. Rohn said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." Today, we dive deep into how to become that better person, so success can't help but come to you. Ready? Let's get started. Welcome to Grind Success, where we build the mindset, habits, and discipline for lasting achievement. If you want to change your life, you need to change who you are first. Subscribe now and let's grow together. Number 1. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." That's no exaggeration. Your environment shapes your mindset and your future. If you surround yourself with negativity, excuses, and stagnation, it will drag you down. But if you surround yourself with growth-minded people, those who challenge you, inspire you, and hold you accountable, you'll rise to new heights almost effortlessly. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. You need mentors who've walked the path, peers who push you forward, and mentors to teach, because teaching solidifies what you learn. That right circle creates momentum, accelerates your progress, and protects your potential. Remember, as Jim said, success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become. Choose your circle wisely, because it determines how far you'll go. Number 2. Celebrate progress, not just milestones. Most people wait for the finish line to celebrate, but true success lives in the daily progress you make. Rohn taught us that success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Progress is found in the small steps, the repeated habits, the quiet victories no one else sees. When you honor your progress, even the tiny wins, you build belief in yourself. That belief fuels motivation and momentum. Without it, discouragement creeps in and you lose steam. So pause often, reflect on how far you've come, and celebrate that forward motion. It might be waking up early, choosing growth over comfort, or simply not quitting today. Don't wait for the big milestone to feel proud. Celebrate the becoming, because the journey shapes the success. Number 3. Make growth a lifestyle. Rohn said, "Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going." Growth isn't a one-time event or a short-term project. It's a lifestyle. You don't grow because you're broken, you grow because you're becoming. And that becoming never ends. Like brushing your teeth or exercising, personal growth needs daily consistency. If growth is just a burst of motivation or a temporary challenge, it fades quickly. But when it becomes a habit, an identity, it changes everything. It's how you think, what you prioritize, how you respond to challenges. Growth as a lifestyle means you are always learning, reflecting, improving, and evolving. Create pillars for your growth: curiosity to keep learning, discipline to keep showing up, reflection to learn from your experiences, environment to support your progress, and purpose to fuel your drive. As Jim said, success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. When growth is your lifestyle, success follows naturally. Number 4. Growth requires sacrifice. Growth demands sacrifice, but Rohn reminds us that discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Every valuable thing in life requires giving something up. Whether it's comfort, time, or old habits, you must leave behind what no longer serves your future. Sacrifice isn't suffering, it's an investment. You trade short-term pleasure for long-term gain. It might mean waking up earlier, saying no to distractions, or letting go of toxic relationships. It's hard at first, but once it becomes a habit, it turns into your identity. The question isn't what you're giving up, but what you're gaining: clarity, strength, confidence, and freedom. Remember, if you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice. Make the trade today, because the cost of not growing is far greater than the cost of sacrifice. Number 5. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Your environment shapes your mindset, your habits, and ultimately, your destiny. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. It thrives when you're surrounded by people who challenge you, inspire you, and hold you accountable. If you're around small thinking, excuses, and negativity, you'll shrink. But when you surround yourself with growth-minded individuals, those who think big, solve problems, and act with integrity, your standards automatically rise. Growth is contagious, and so is mediocrity. Choose your circle wisely. Your growth ecosystem should include mentors ahead of you, peers beside you, and ments behind you. Each plays a role in your development. Mentors guide, peers push, and ments remind you how far you've come. Protect your energy and your potential. As Jim said, the challenge of leadership is to be strong, but not rude, be kind, but not weak, be bold, but not a bully, be thoughtful, but not lazy, be humble, but not timid, be proud, but not arrogant. Grow with the right people. Number 6. Celebrate progress, not just milestones. Success is not a single event, it's a direction. Jim Rohn said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." Celebrate the small wins and progress you make every day, not just the big milestone. The truth is, growth lives in the quiet moments, the days you choose discipline over distraction, the times you show up even when no one's watching. If you only celebrate the finish line, you'll often feel like a failure. But when you honor progress, you build confidence and fuel motivation. Even a small step forward is worth recognizing because progress is power. Write down your wins each week, acknowledge the hard work, and speak your progress out loud. Remember, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Celebrate those disciplines and watch your momentum multiply. When you appreciate how far you've come, you'll find the strength to keep going stronger and longer. Number 7. Make growth a lifestyle. Jim Rohn said, "Work harder on yourself than you do on your job." Growth is not a one-time event or a quick fix, it's a lifelong commitment. It's a lifestyle you build by choosing to learn, reflect, and evolve every single day. Just like brushing your teeth isn't a one-time task but a daily habit, growth demands consistency and intention. When growth becomes your lifestyle, you stop fearing failure and chasing approval. Instead, you build value from the inside out. You stop comparing yourself to others because your only competition is who you were yesterday. This mindset creates freedom, maturity, and true power. To build this lifestyle, focus on 5 pillars: curiosity, discipline, reflection, environment, and purpose. Stay hungry to learn, show up even when it's tough, review your progress regularly, surround yourself with positive influences, and know why you're growing, not just for success, but for impact. Growth becomes automatic, non-negotiable, and your foundation for lasting success. Number 8. When the goal changes, growth stays. Jim Rohn reminds us, don't set your goals too low. If you don't need much, you won't become much. But here's a truth many overlook: goals can change, but growth is permanent. Life is unpredictable. Plans shift, markets fluctuate, and sometimes your goal disappears overnight. The question is, what remains when the goal changes? If your focus is solely on the goal, that change can break you. But if you focus on growth, you bend without breaking. Growth is what carries you forward through the storms. For example, a young athlete's injury ended his dream, but the discipline, confidence, and work ethic he built stayed with him, leading to success in a new field. Goals guide you, but growth is your true asset. It's the knowledge, strength, and resilience you develop along the way. So when life redirects your path, hold on to growth, because it's the one thing no one can take from you. Number 9. Success is something you attract. Jim Rohn wisely said, "Success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become." Success isn't just about chasing opportunities or working harder, it's about becoming the kind of person that success naturally wants to follow. Imagine success as a magnet, and that magnet responds to qualities like discipline, integrity, character, and consistency. When you build these qualities within yourself, you don't have to chase success, it comes to you. People want to work with those they trust, respect, and admire. If you're constantly desperate or needy, that repels success. But if you become grounded, valuable, and aligned with your purpose, success leans in. So ask yourself, how can I become more? Not just in skills, but in character and mindset. Work harder on yourself than on your goals, because the right you attracts the right opportunities. Remember, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. That's how you invite lasting success. Number 10. Growth requires sacrifice. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, Jim Rohn said. Growth always demands sacrifice. There's no shortcut. If you want a better life, something has to give. Whether it's comfort, time, or old habits, you must let go of what holds you back to step into who you're meant to be. Sacrifice isn't punishment, it's an investment. Trading short-term pleasures for long-term progress. Yes, it's hard at first, but everything valuable comes with a price. The comfort zone feels safe, but it's a trap. Growth feels uncomfortable at first, but it opens doors to possibilities you never imagined. Ask yourself, are you sacrificing comfort for growth or growth for comfort? Every choice shapes your future. And remember, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Sacrifice becomes habit, and eventually your identity. Number 11. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Your circle matters more than you realize because the people around you influence your mindset, habits, and ultimately your success. If you surround yourself with negative, small-minded people, you risk shrinking your potential. But when you walk with growth-minded individuals, those who challenge you, support you, and inspire you, you elevate yourself naturally. Growth is contagious. The right relationships push you to new heights, hold you accountable, and accelerate your journey. This doesn't mean cutting off everyone, but it does mean protecting your energy and investing in relationships that fuel your future. Seek mentors who have walked the path, peers who walk beside you, and mentors who inspire you to lead. Jim said, "If you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do and you'll achieve the same results." Build your tribe and watch your life transform. Number 12. Celebrate progress, not just milestones. Success isn't a finish line, it's a direction. Jim Rohn reminded us, happiness is not something you postpone for the future, it is something you design for the present. If you only celebrate big milestones, you miss the magic happening in the daily progress. Every small step forward, getting up early, making a healthy choice, showing up when you want to quit, is worthy of celebration. Recognizing these moments builds momentum and belief in your ability to change. When you pause and honor your growth, even in quiet, unseen ways, you fuel motivation and avoid burnout. Don't wait to feel proud. Build a system to reflect weekly on wins and lessons learned. Remember, success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. Celebrate those fundamentals, and you celebrate the path to greatness. Number 13. Make growth a lifestyle. Jim Rohn said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." Growth isn't a project or a phase, it's a lifelong lifestyle. It's not about hitting a goal and stopping, but about continuous improvement. Just like brushing your teeth daily, growth requires consistent habits integrated into who you are. When growth becomes your way of life, you stop chasing quick fixes and start building lasting character, wisdom, and strength. You learn to embrace challenges as opportunities to evolve, not as obstacles to avoid. This mindset shift changes everything. Your work, relationships, and decisions all align with your purpose. To build this lifestyle, cultivate curiosity, discipline, reflection, a supportive environment, and a clear purpose. These pillars keep you moving forward when motivation fades. Remember Jim's words, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Live growth daily, and your future becomes limitless. Number 14. Bringing it all together. Grow first, the goals will follow. Over these chapters, we've learned that success isn't about chasing goals blindly but about becoming the person who naturally attracts them. Jim Rohn taught us, don't set your goals too low. If you don't need much, you won't become much. But he also emphasized that goals without growth lead to frustration and burnout. The secret is to work harder on yourself than on your job or your goals. Build your character, discipline, and environment first. When you grow, the goals follow because you're ready to handle what comes your way. You're not here for surface-level success or shortcuts. You're here to build something deep, lasting, and authentic. So keep showing up, keep refining your habits, and keep growing every day. Because as Jim said, success is something you attract by the person you become. Number 15, keep building daily disciplines. Jim Rohn said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's daily habits that separate dreamers from achievers. No one becomes successful overnight. It's the consistent small actions, repeated every day, that build momentum and shape your destiny. When you commit to showing up, even on days you don't feel like it, you're investing in your future self. These disciplines become your identity. You don't just practice them, you become them. Whether it's waking early, reading daily, or prioritizing your health, each discipline compounds to transform your life. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about persistence. Success is built quietly, behind the scenes, through routines that don't get noticed but make all the difference. So start small, stay consistent, and watch how your life changes one habit at a time. Number 16. Protect your time and energy. Jim Rohn said, time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you can't get more time. How you manage your time and energy directly impacts your growth and success. It's not just about doing more, it's about doing what matters. Guard your schedule fiercely. Say no to distractions that drain you. Turn off notifications, limit mindless scrolling, and protect your mornings for focused work and growth. Energy is your fuel. Without it, even the best plans fail. Get enough rest, eat well, and move your body. A tired mind cannot learn or create. Manage your environment and your inner state as intentionally as your tasks. When you protect your time and energy, you create space for your best self to emerge and perform consistently. Number 17. Celebrate progress, not just milestones. Jim Rohn wisely said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Success isn't just about hitting big milestones, it's about appreciating the small, consistent progress you make every day. If you only celebrate the finish line, you risk feeling like a failure during the long journey. True growth lives in the quiet moments, the extra effort, the small victories, the discipline to keep going when no one's watching. Recognize those steps. Celebrate choosing water over soda, waking up 10 minutes early, or simply not quitting today. These moments build momentum and fuel belief in yourself. Make celebrating progress a habit. Reflect weekly on what you did well, the challenges you faced, and the habits you stuck with. This positive reinforcement keeps motivation alive and reminds you that growth is a direction, not a destination. Number 18. Make growth a lifestyle, not a project. Jim Rohn said, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Growth isn't a one-time event or a 30-day challenge. It's a lifelong commitment. When you make growth your lifestyle, you don't just reach goals, you transform who you are. Growth requires curiosity, discipline, reflection, the right environment, and a clear purpose. It means being hungry to learn, showing up daily even when it's tough, regularly evaluating your progress, surrounding yourself with positive influences, and knowing why you grow beyond just money or status. This lifestyle builds resilience, wisdom, and freedom. It keeps you prepared for whatever life throws your way. Growth becomes part of your identity, and with it, you attract success naturally, not by chasing it but by becoming someone success wants to follow. Number 19. The power of your circle. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Jim Rohn taught us, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your environment shapes your mindset, habits, and ultimately, your success. If you want to grow, you can't do it in isolation or with negative influences around you. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and hold you accountable. Growth-minded friends, mentors, and peers push you beyond comfort, elevate your standards, and share your vision. Their energy becomes contagious, lifting you higher. Remember, it's not about cutting people off harshly, but about protecting your potential and investing in relationships that fuel your evolution. The right circle will amplify your growth and help you sustain success through every season. Number 20. When the goal changes, growth remains. Jim Rohn said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Goals may shift, plans may fail, but the growth you build along the way lasts forever. Life is unpredictable, setbacks happen. But if you focus on growing, not just achieving, you bend without breaking. When a goal disappears or changes, ask yourself, what did I gain from the pursuit? The discipline, confidence, and skills you develop become your true rewards. They prepare you for new opportunities you hadn't imagined. Growth is permanent, goals are temporary. Build your identity on growth, and no matter how life changes, you'll always have a foundation strong enough to carry you forward. Number 21. Success is something you attract. Jim Rohn wisely said, success is not something you pursue. It is something you attract by the person you become. This means success is not about chasing opportunities or forcing outcomes. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally draws success in. Discipline, integrity, consistency, and focus act like a magnet. When you embody these qualities, success doesn't have to chase you, it comes looking for you. People want to work with someone trustworthy and reliable, and that reputation opens doors effortlessly. Don't just hustle harder, grow better. Work on your mindset, character, and habits. When your inner world aligns with your goals, external success follows naturally. Remember, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Be the person success can't resist. Number 22. The price of growth, why sacrifice is always worth it. Jim Rohn once said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, but discipline demands sacrifice. Growth requires giving up comfort, distractions, and excuses. Every valuable achievement demands something from you. A stronger body needs discipline over comfort. Financial freedom needs sacrifice of short-term pleasures, and wisdom requires time and focus. But this sacrifice is an investment, not suffering. The truth is, if you don't sacrifice for your growth becomes the sacrifice. Comfort feels good now but limits your future. Growth might feel hard now but pays dividends forever. Choose your trade wisely because what you give up today shapes the life you live tomorrow. Number 23. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Jim Rohn said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a foundational truth. Your growth depends heavily on your environment, especially the people you surround yourself with. If you spend your time with negative thinkers, excuse makers, or energy drainers, you'll likely mirror their mindset. But if you choose to walk with those who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be better, your standards naturally rise. Growth is contagious. Seek mentors, peers, and even those you mentor. A strong growth community accelerates your journey. As Jim said, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Build habits within a growth-minded circle, and watch how far you can rise. Number 24. Celebrate progress, not just milestones. Success is a direction, not just a destination. Jim Rohn taught us, don't just set your goals. Measure your progress. If you only celebrate big wins, the promotion, the paycheck, or the milestone, you miss the power of small consistent progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, is worth honoring. Choosing water over soda, waking earlier, or simply showing up when you wanted to quit, these are wins that build momentum. Celebrate your journey daily to fuel belief and persistence. Progress isn't almost, progress is power. When you acknowledge your efforts regularly, motivation flourishes, and success becomes inevitable. Number 25. Make growth a lifestyle. Jim Rohn wisely said, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Growth isn't a one-time event or a quick fix, it's a lifestyle. It's a daily commitment to becoming better, learning more, and pushing past your limits. Think of personal growth like brushing your teeth. It's not a project, it's a habit. You don't stop learning after one book or stop improving after one breakthrough. Growth is ongoing, intentional, and lifelong. To build this lifestyle, cultivate curiosity, discipline, reflection, environment, and purpose. Stay hungry to learn, show up every day, review your progress, surround yourself with growth-minded people, and always remember why you grow, not just for success, but for impact and legacy. When growth becomes your lifestyle, you stop fearing failure, comparing yourself, or chasing validation. You build strength and wisdom that carry you through every challenge. Number 26. bringing it all together. Grow first, the goals will follow. Over the last chapters, we've talked about habits, growth, sacrifice, mindset, and community. Jim Rohn said, "Don't just go for the goal, go for the growth." Because it's not the goal itself that creates lasting success, but the person you become in pursuit of it. Goals give direction, but without growth, they lead to frustration and burnout. Growth builds character, discipline, and clarity, making you ready to handle whatever comes your way. You don't need hacks or shortcuts, you need intentional daily growth. The life you want starts with becoming the person who can live it fully. So invest in yourself more than your job. Protect your time, raise your standards, and keep moving forward. Remember, success is something you attract by the person you become. Grow first, and the goals will follow. You've made it through a journey that's not about quick wins but lasting transformation. Jim Rohn reminded us, your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. That change starts with you, your habits, your mindset, your daily disciplines. Growth is the foundation of all success. It's what separates those who settle from those who rise. Keep showing up, keep investing in yourself, and remember that every small step matters. If you take nothing else away from this, know this: success is attracted to the person who is prepared, disciplined, and constantly growing. So build that person first. Thank you for joining this journey. If you want more motivational content like this, don't forget to subscribe to Grind Success. Grow first, and your goals will follow. I'll see you at the top.